The world needed a safer trampoline. Dr. Keith Alexander, inventor of the spring-free trampoline, wanted to bring the joy of trampolining to his daughter. His wife said they were too dangerous, so he invented his own. Spring-free trampoline is the world's safest trampoline, with no springs or hard edges. Now, parents can have peace of mind that their kids are outside jumping safely. To learn more, visit springfreetrampoline.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, teaming up with Mary's Place. Yeah, we're doing Kicks for Kids. Got to get those shoes, those sneakers on the kids that need them because they're going back to school and they want to feel good about that.
And the best part is they get to pick out the shoes that they want. So we're going to set it all up. Then they're going to get gift cards so they can pick out the shoes that they want, because it's always a fun thing for a kid to be able to pick out your own kicks. So last year was a great success. I think we raised over $35,000 for Kicks for Kids for Mary's Place, and we're hoping to step it up a little bit more, BJ, to $40,000.
Let's do it. And you can help out. Join the 69 Club. Donate whatever you can, even if it's $1. It does not matter. You got to help those kids get those kicks where they need them, on their feet. That's where they go. All right, there we go. We figured that out. Anyway, donate today. Go to KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Mix. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Mix, but it's Wednesday, so maybe there'll be a whacking instead.
Whack it.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right.
Woo! Yeah, everyone be Mr. Wacky today. It's fun.
Okay.
Let's get to our contestant today. We got Matthew in Woodinville. Matthew, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Goodbye.
Whack it.
For those playing, for those playing at home,
You can do it. You can do this.
Oh, okay. Matthew, you'll have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions, and you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
In which Asian country was the first Disney theme park outside the U.S. built?
Japan, China, Korea.
Japan, yes. Archie, Edith, and Gloria were all characters in what 70s sitcom?
All in the Family.
Yes. In which decade did Louis Armstrong pass away?
60s, 70s, 80s.
70s, yes. Which U.S. state is nicknamed the Hawkeye State?
Iowa.
Yes. Which actor was in Sling Blade, Monsters Ball, and Bad Santa?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes. What car manufacturer makes the models Odyssey and Fit?
Odyssey, Subaru, Chrysler, Pontiac.
No. In what year of the mid-2000s did It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia premiere?
204, 205, 206.
205, yes.
Yeah.
What space shuttle comes first alphabetically?
Columbia.
No.
Space Shuttle. Pass.
Babe was a 2005 movie about what kind of talking animal? Yes.
Pig.
What is the second largest city in California by population?
San Francisco.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, but too late. 7 correct.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Wait, what did he say was the second largest?
His second guess was San Diego.
Oh, and that's bigger than San Francisco?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I Googled it.
Wow, I don't know if you're right about that. Well,
Oh, my
maybe,
God.
Well, maybe
Okay, well, Google's wrong then, okay, smart guy?
Wow, that's well.
Jesus.
Maybe the city is. I mean, it could be the metropolitan area. Is what I'm thinking of. Because that's well. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Well, while you sit there and you think you don't know, you could go on your little internet machine and Google it yourself. Even though I did it myself.
All right, it's not like you've never been wrong before.
You donkey.
I don't know. That's very fascinating to me. I'm gonna Google that.
I wish you would, and I wish you would stop talking about it and just Google it yourself.
I'm gonna Google it.
Oh, my goodness.
Let me find out right now.
Oh, thank goodness Steve's back. Because BJ's arguing with me.
You can
Google
cut
it,
the
Vicky.
tension in the room with a knife.
When all he has to do is Google it him damn self.
I don't have my
Googlemania.
I don't have my
13.
Google machine.
I would Google it, but you fight when I Google something. You're like, that doesn't seem right either. So I don't really see the point in Googling it.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Vicky
Okay,
has
so
just run into this battle with the steel chair.
nobody wants. Nobody. It's Steve. Here's the thing: is the Rev gave some information that I thought might be erroneous because that and you're right. He's always perfect. I'm sorry about that.
I'm going to isolate that clip and just save that as my ringtone now.
I didn't notice any sarcasm in what he just said.
No, not at all. And Vicky, of course, she's always she does everything you ask her to do. Never ever gives you any back talk.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
In which Asian country was the first Disney theme park outside the U.S. built?
Japan.
Yes. Archie, Edith, and Gloria were all characters in what 70s sitcom?
All in the Family.
Yes. In which decade did Louis Armstrong pass away?
90s?
No.
80s?
No.
2000s?
No. Which
70s?
Yeah. Which U.S. state is nicknamed the Hawkeye State?
Hawkeye. Iowa.
Yes. Which actor was in Sling Blade, Monsters Ball, and Bad Santa?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes. What car manufacturer makes the models Odyssey and Fit?
Honda.
Yes. In what year the
Those fits are interesting looking.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
In what year the mid-2000s did It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia premiere?
2004.
No.
2005.
Yes. What space shuttle comes first alphabetically?
Apollo.
No.
Amway.
No.
Arco.
No. Babe was a 2005 movie about what type of talking animal?
A pig.
Yes. What is the second largest city in California by population?
San Jose.
No.
Los Angeles.
No.
Sacramento.
No.
San Francisco.
No.
Bakersfield.
No.
Weed.
No.
That's
Want
it.
to keep going there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a tie.
Damn it. Oakland.
No.
Yeah, no.
Keep trying.
Steve, and this was the
Beverly
big fight
Hills.
we had.
Not
Because did he get San Francisco's number, his third guess or his fourth guess? I can't remember. I think it was his fourth guess. It wouldn't have mattered.
Me? That was my
Yeah.
fourth.
Yeah, nice game though, Matthew. We
got a
appreciate
tie.
that. It's a mutual whacking. Gotta love that. Appreciate that, buddy. Thanks for playing. Okay, Matthew. good seeing you.
Deuces.
He was done. He was over it.
Yeah, the fight is that I really felt like San Francisco should be bigger than what the answer was, which was
San Diego.
yeah.
Oh, damn it. San Diego.
San Diego
A whale's
is
vagina.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Now,
Ron Burgundy.
the problem I have, Steve, is that San Diego is, as far as metropolitan population, is the same size as Seattle, like the Seattle metropolitan area. So it's very possible Rev is right, but I can't believe San Francisco's population
You literally
isn't
just had
bigger.
a minute while Steve was answering questions for you to Google it, and yet you refused to Google it.
I don't have my Google machine.
You don't have a Google machine?
I know I left my phone in the other room, and I don't want to take a chance
dropped
on
it,
switching
yeah.
screens over here because I'll mess up everything. So I didn't want to switch screens on stuff just to Google it. So I asked Vicky to do it.
Well,
And-
Vicky, what did we find out?
Well, I already said he doesn't like me
So you didn't do it at all?
No.
Just out of curiosity? You wouldn't
No.
even bother to check? What
Well,
was
also-
he doing?
Also, because I got confused, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be Googling the metropolitan or the square footage. I don't know.
You literally Google what is the second largest city in California by population.
I would just Google what is San Francisco's population and then what is San Diego's population. There you go.
You could do that.
Yeah,
there's multiple ways to get around this.
Yeah.
It's like a math equation.
We have everybody on this show.
The math equation for me?
Yeah.
No.
How many people on this show, Steve? And you know what? You ask a question, it doesn't happen. I mean, we got a great staff here.
Hey, I looked it up, okay?
Oh, Joe's stepping up to the plate.
I just didn't want to say it because it's going to make Rev look bad.
It will not.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Now, I mean, is this a nepotism issue?
No, it's going to make it better. Technically, the urban population of San Francisco is greater than San Diego, but the population of the San Diego city is bigger than San Francisco.
Which is exactly what I asked.
So you're both technically right.
No, it's not. It just has a basic question.
Oh, my God, what a suck-up.
He gets his dad's money.
Daddy, you're correct. I swear, I promise.
He specified.
Which is the biggest city.
I said you're both right.
Yeah. I mean, well, if you go with San Francisco proper, I think then that makes Rev right then. What's the population of San Francisco itself? Is it like a... Because San Francisco...
What was the inspiration behind this question? Was it San Francisco's birthday?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why we're even here.
Yeah.
You know what I have to say about all this?
Go yourself, San Diego.
That's what I have to say.
It is funny how, like your brain just doesn't, because San Francisco is a much bigger area than San Diego. I mean, and then San Jose gets pissed off because San Francisco will claim some of their metropolitan population to look, that way they look bigger. But San Jose says, hey, you know what? You've got a lot of folks to the north of us that you're claiming that we easily could claim, making us a bigger metropolitan area. So it's a huge. Both areas are pretty. When you put San Jose and San Francisco together, it's a pretty huge area.
But based on the question, it was not a lot of like shades of gray. It was black and white, just saying what is in the list of cities. What is the biggest by population when it comes to California?
Yeah, and Red was right. I'm not gonna. I still thought, wow, I thought it would be closer than that, but I feel like it still should be a close race.
Well, it's a close race between San Diego and San Jose, but San Francisco's fourth. By a long shot.
That's amazing to me. I wonder if San Diego's just got a lot, if it's a bigger city. It's like a bigger in landmass. Because I just can't believe it. I mean, there's so many people that live in San Francisco. So it must be a smaller geographically sized city. And therefore, that just a lot of people can't live in the city itself because it's just the limits are smaller. But, either way, you know what? Rev was right. I'll give him that.
All right.
I'll give him that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So it's Los Angeles, obviously, number one. Then number two, San Diego. Then San Jose. And then San Francisco.
Wow, that's so bizarre to me.
It really. I don't really. It's not bizarre to me at all. I don't know. It doesn't. I mean, you used to live there, so maybe this means
that's what it is. Yeah.
This just seems like a dumb trivia question that didn't seem like it'd be that big of a deal.
Well, you take a look at like big cities, and San Francisco to me is always the second biggest city in California. But just because of the fact that, it's got a lot more going on than San Diego does as far as just stuff happening.
Okay.
Sorry, San Diego, you're a fun city and everything, but San Francisco and the whole area is much better. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Why am I even, fine. I disagree. San Diego's way cooler than San Francisco, but that's.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, you didn't live there, buddy. But I get it. I mean, you visited
haven't lived
both.
there in over 20 years.
Well, all right. What do you think it got? You think it got worse? All right, maybe it got worse.
Look at Seattle.
I mean, I was recently
Seattle's a lot different in 20 years than it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, but Seattle is still a cool place to. It's still a decent place to be with all the cool stuff that it had 20 years ago.
It's a lot different, though.
Yeah, but I think it's gotten better. There are some cities that gotten worse. You don't think it's gotten better, like the whole area?
No.
I'm calling the whole area.
No.
Oh, really? I think Puyallup, just with the crumble cookies, has got better.
Okay, fine, but that's not Seattle. I'm talking about Seattle proper.
Well, I don't know. I think it's still the Seattle-Tacoma metropolitan area is how I'm looking at it. There you go. But all right, you do you, buddy. It's a good region to live in. This is a good place to be. So San Francisco.
Okay.
All right. Hey, look, San Diego's not a horrible place.
All right. Jesus.
I mean, no one cares. Shut up.
Now Sacramento.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I don't want to go to Sacramento.
Just like when you used to be an artist. You lived there 20 years ago. No one cares. Shut up.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. I've been to Sacramento, too. I can compare these places. Don't get me started on Santa Rosa.
We haven't tried to get you started. You just been starting and you haven't stopped.
I feel like you guys, you're dissing that.
Back in my day, we used to wear an onion on our belt because that was the fashion at the time.
People wore onions on their belts?
He's an idiot.
It's a Simpsons reference.
He was dummies. Oh, it's a Simpsons reference. All right. Well, see, I didn't.
When old man Abraham just starts talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking.
Yeah. I just got okay boomers, I think.
Yes. If this was a party, I would Irish exited this like minutes ago. Yeah. I'm like, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Gotta go.
Okay. Well, listen, you know what, guys? It's been a pleasure. How about this? How about then we talk about a cop that broke up a house party? You kids love these stories. But before he broke up this party, he jumped on the drums and jammed with the band. We got the audio. You're going to hear it at 7:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Want to create a lifetime of memories this spring? Do you remember the joy of jumping as a child? If only there was a way your own kids could experience that same joy safely. Spring Free Trampoline has been engineered to eliminate 90% of product-related injuries. The Spring Free design boasts no springs and a flexible enclosure and proudly offers a 10-year warranty. That's peace of mind. Lock in your ultimate backyard safe space before summer arrives. Visit springfreetrampoline.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Are you thinking about selling your home? With Orchard, you can skip the typical hassles of listing a home and go straight to getting an all-cash offer. It's simple. Once Orchard determines your home value, they make you a cash offer. That's a guaranteed cash amount you get for your home to put towards something else. A new project, a down payment, anything. Then, when your home sells for more than Orchard paid you for it, you get to keep all the profit. And Orchard has a near-perfect track record with winning customers that extra money. In today's competitive market, with so many real estate companies trying to lowball you, only Orchard pays you all cash and the upside when your old home sells for more. Maximize your earnings and minimize the stress of selling your home with Orchard. Visit Orchard.com to see how you can get an all-cash offer. Orchard, it's the new way to home.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. A New Jersey police officer named Dan was called to a home on a noise complaint. And, you figured it out. I'm sure the homeowner was throwing a large party. And they actually had a rock band inside.
No, there was backyard, man. It wasn't even inside. The rock band was in the outside.
Oh, yeah, they're outside. And the neighbors, of course, this is rock band's outside. And the neighbors like, okay, come on. And they complained. So Dan made a deal with the band that they could play one last song as long as the cop could play the drums. And here's Dan talking about it.
I walked through the crowd and went and talked to the guitarist in between songs. I said, hey, you guys know Basket Case by Green Day? And they're like, yeah, we all know it. And they go to give me the microphone. They're like, hey, you want to sing it? I'm like, no, I'm not a singer. I'm a drummer. I'll play with you guys.
What if the drummer's like, no, F that. He ain't touching my drums. Some drummers are very territorial about their drums. Ask Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You want that one last song though, Steve. You gotta give up the drums.
Dude, I saw the video. It is the funniest video because the rest of the band, they look like just like a young punk rock band. Like they just kind of, they have that vibe. Like they're just a bunch of little punk rockers, right? Like kids, like maybe in their 20s, if that. Maybe even they're in their teens. And then there's a police officer behind the drums with the badge. Like he didn't do anything. He's full on in police getup. And then at some point during the performance, while they're playing the Green Day song, the whole crowd goes into a mosh pit.
That's awesome. Yeah, here's a little audio of the band's performance of Green Day with Dan the Cop on drums.
mosh pit, man.
Mosh pit's going on. Band's just jamming out at one point. The bassist is looking at the drummer. Drummer's like, stop looking at me or I'll arrest you.
Yeah. That's man, I mean, it's a fun time, but then, you got to wonder, like, man, you're the neighbors going, why do these young people got to be living next to me? And you're going through a little bit of that yourself, Steve, just because, now you got a kid, you got a baby. You don't need anybody like, just blasting stuff maybe like you would have enjoyed 15, 20 years ago.
I feel like I still wouldn't be bothered in the middle of the day. In the middle of the day, I feel like, okay, do what you want to do. It's the 3 a.m. karaoke that we just don't need in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do 3 a.m. karaoke, do it inside the house. You don't need to do it in your backyard.
You make a good point. So therefore, I think the neighbors have to be really old because, if it's middle of the day, you're like, all right, it's a pain in the butt, but they get to do it. Maybe I would go take a drive. Maybe I'd go somewhere, go see a movie.
Maybe go over there and enjoy the party with them.
Yeah, if you're feeling up to that, sure. Either way, middle of the day is acceptable unless you're really old and you're like, do you understand? It's the only time I'm awake.
Although if I was
peace and quiet.
If I was at a party, if I'm in the band and the cop comes over and is like, look, you guys got to shut it down. But you know what? Before you shut it down, let's do one more song. I'd be like, hell yeah, let's do it.
That's a great way to diffuse the situation, by the way. I mean, of course you're going to say yes to that. And then you're like, all right, well, we made a deal rather than just shutting him down and making him feel bad. The cop actually, in a way, that was good negotiation skills.
And he got the jam out on Green Day.
Yeah.
Sounded pretty good on the drums.
Yeah, I did pretty good. I mean, all in all, I think this New Jersey cop is cop of the year, if you ask me.
Cop of the year.
Cop of the year.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So this New Jersey cop had to shut down a party, but ended up playing drums with the band before he did so. So based on this, we want to know, what was the craziest thing that you have seen at a party? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What was the craziest thing that you've seen at a party? We'll take your calls. We'll take your texts. After the Beastie Boys on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. And a New Jersey cop had to shut down a party, but ended up playing drums with the band before he did so. Based on this, what was the craziest thing that you've seen at a party? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Sean and Puyallup. Sean, you are on The Rock.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to the show, Sean. What you got for us?
Well, about 10 years ago, I was at a party, and I saw this guy. His name was Johnny, one of the biggest people I'd ever seen. He was about 6'6", 400 some odd pounds. I watched him chug an entire fifth of R&R in just one go.
Oh boy.
Whoa, okay.
That's some of the high end stuff.
Yeah.
Right. You can tell it was a high school party.
Yeah, that's a fact. Wow, that's how do you end up?
Well, you ever been blackout drunk and you kind of know, like, you go through those stages of, I don't feel good, like, you go from being all right to really drunk to blackout. He went from, normal to blackout and went through all those phases in the span of about 5 minutes.
Oh boy, yeah. Oh, that's never pretty. That's never a pretty sight. Oh,
dude, I'm looking at the text messages. This might be my favorite text ever. It said this party happened last 4th of July. Friend of mine shot 2 bottle rockets out of his rear end at the same time. Unfortunately, he clenched his butt cheeks too much and neither left the launch station before exploding.
Oh no, we got a burnt butt.
Oh,
maybe even more.
Oh, toasted marshmallows there.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, right?
Yeah,
that is incredible because everyone gathered around to watch this, and he probably was like, "I'm the star of the party," and then all of a sudden, kaboom!
Oh,
kaboom! Oh no!
On the booty.
Yeah, and the marshmallows. I'm not a fan of that. Oh, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Well, it's a weird transition to go from that to your daughter, but I see your daughter's in the room, BJ.
Oh, lovely.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah.
I feel like there's been a few parties that have happened at the Shea household.
Yeah, I've had a few. I haven't had one in a while, though. I think that needs to change.
That's not true.
Yeah.
But this was, I think, my 23rd birthday, and I'm very welcoming. I kind of invite everyone to everything. So a few nights before my party, BJ had some friends over, and of course I invited all of his friends, thinking none of them would show up. Well, a couple did show up, and they brought their newborn baby, and at one point during the party, she had to breastfeed, and the only place that wasn't, being turned up in was BJ's room. So I was like, you can go breastfeed in there. And you have to walk by his room every time you go to the bathroom. So it's there's a stripper pole room. There's everyone dancing. And then you just look in BJ's room and there's this old lady just breastfeeding a child.
Yeah.
It was very,
This
very
party's
strange.
lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who brings a baby to a Sarah party? That just seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, you really shouldn't. Loud music, it was so strange. And I was like, I'm drunk, but this is really happening. This is actually
the baby
happening.
would be the star of the party, though, after a while.
She was.
Yeah, because at some point you're drunk, you're it's a baby.
Yeah, it's like a little human.
And I'm like, can I hold her? And the parents are like, hell yeah. And I'm like, you can go party. And I ended up just playing with the baby the rest of the night. It was
I'll be walking
great.
around holding the baby. We're both pooping ourselves right now. This party rocks.
Yeah, it pretty much became Vicky's baby for the whole night.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very strange.
It was so weird.
Yeah, and I know the people, and you get to a certain age where I just don't think that's what you should be doing, let alone bringing your newborn baby with you as well to that. I have judgments, no doubt about it. Judgments about the whole situation.
If you met them, though, you'd understand. They were kind of on a different planet.
Yeah,
Baby's beer bonging breast milk.
Yeah.
Best party ever, Mom. And I'm only 8 months old, but it's still.
I judge now, but watch me have a child and then be like, well, I can't find a babysitter. Bring the baby to this party.
Time to get her an outfit as well.
Yeah, we could be matching.
Yeah, that's how you're going to get me to babysit, aren't you? You're going to go, well, I'm going to a party. If you can't babysit, I'm taking her with.
Exactly.
Yeah, great.
When I first moved to Seattle, some of my favorite memories were my old band Peter Parker. We would play some clubs like the Crocodile and the OK Hotel and places like that, but we would always play at random house parties, and they were always at our buddy's house. And they were always so much fun because it was just a pure S show. And by the end of the night, something crazy would happen. One of my favorite times was we were just finished playing our show, and now we're just drinking and boozing and having a good time. And I go upstairs because the party was in the basement where the band was playing. Go upstairs, and there's one of our buddies, and he's buck naked sitting in the refrigerator. He removed everything out of the refrigerator so he could sit on one of the shelves eating a giant block of cheese. So So the visual is just so weird because you're just seeing basically all the groceries, all the food, the drinks, and whatever it may be, just sitting on the floor of the kitchen. Wow. And we're all just like, hey, Ryan, I won't say his name. Hey,
nice stop there.
Hey, Bob, what are you doing?
Yeah, Bob.
And he looks at it and goes, get the F out of my room. And we just couldn't stop laughing because we're like, he thinks he's in his bedroom eating a block of cheese buck naked. This is not a big deal to him.
No.
He ended up hurling, and then we had to have him clean it the next day.
Did he?
Yeah, shocking.
Yeah, that's a shock right there.
Also, we were like, why is even there a block of cheese in this kitchen?
Come on.
Everyone eats cheese, man.
A giant block of cheese.
It's cheaper to buy the block than to buy the shredded kind.
All right, that's the answer I needed.
Yeah, exactly. And Google it. It's the cheese you eat when you're naked. Come on, so come on.
Block of cheese, great for parties.
Come on, people. Hey, what do you think is considered the most attractive job when it comes to dating? I'll tell you what topped the list at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Want to create a lifetime of memories this spring? Do you remember the joy of jumping as a child? If only there was a way your own kids could experience that same joy safely. Spring Free Trampoline has been engineered to eliminate 90% of product-related injuries. The Spring Free design boasts no springs and a flexible enclosure and proudly offers a 10-year warranty. That's peace of mind. Lock in your ultimate backyard safe space before summer arrives. Visit springfreetrampoline.com.